Hi there. So I've got this question I want to ask you. Do you think success has an age limit? And I ask this question intentionally because I've met so many people in the last 6 months. And one of the things that they said to me is, I shouldn't be where I am. And then my question is, so where are you meant to be? And they have no clue. If you don't have a clue of where you're meant to be, why are you suffering yourself as to where you are that you should not be? Is there an age range? There's a time, and it's I don't know whether it's a worldwide thing, but at least in Nigeria, there's a certain age you go to nursery school, certain age you go to primary school, certain age you go to secondary school, certain age you go to university, and ideally by 22, you're meant to be out of university. Some kids do it less, so maybe between 20 and 22, you're meant to be out of university. And some people will tell you, once you're out of university, go and get married. Some people are even saying get married whilst you're in school. But let's just say that we're following this trajectory that has been created for us. So some people are, okay, once you finish school, go and some people will get a job. For men, get a job and then get married. For women, is get married and let a man look after you. Or some women, okay, go and get a job, at least use your degree. But then after 1 year, they're started to sing the song of get married. Is there also something like that planned out for success? One day, my mom went to see a friend of hers in Abuja who just turned 60, and he just moved into a new house. No, it was 70 actually. And the man said to my mother, it's taking me 70 years to be able to build the house of my dreams. That was his first owned house at 70. So I ask again, is there an age limit to success? For one, I feel like my life only really started when I was 40, when I decided to take my life into my hands and choose me and choose the life that I wanted to live. I was 40 when I started, or 41 actually. But I started to see the light at 40. I didn't just jump into it till I was maybe 41 plus. But is there an age limit? Because I see people put themselves through a lot of pressure. Then I see young kids also believe that, they must know what they want to do. Can I be very honest? Up until I even came out of university, up until I got into university, I didn't know what I wanted to do or be in life. If you had asked me, what do you want to be? Maybe when I was younger, I might have said to you, I want to be an air hostess because I like the idea of traveling around the world. But I later changed. I was like, who wants to go through that stress? Because I think I sat down with an air hostess one day. And when she told me how today they are in this, I was like, no. And then, of course, plane crashes. I just said, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to die in the air, right? But I didn't know anything that I wanted to be. When I got into university, I started in computer science. After 1 year, I knew I was going to fail woefully. I went and begged my father to change my course. He eventually agreed, and I went to do creative arts. And I thought creative arts was going to be easy because it was just dancing and singing. I was looking for the easiest way out just to get out of school by whatever degree. I don't care what degree I had. I just wanted to at least come out of school, and I was looking for the easiest way. In my first year, I remember I failed. Well, maybe I was like a 2-2 or something, second class lower. I didn't feel so badly. But when I saw my results, I was just like, how would I explain to my dad, to people that my parents are in this industry and I'm failing? Because for me, the second class lower was not a great result. So I decided to throw myself into the course, and I fell in love with it. I used to spend all my time with my classmates who would read, who would dance. I fell in love because I loved dancing. And so traditional dances became so easy for me. I could do it in my sleep. I joined a dance troupe. I did all kinds of things, right? And I fell in love with it. Now, I didn't know that I was going to use it to do anything even after I finished. I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So I remember going to see a counselor in London, and she said to me, asked me all the things that I liked and blah, blah, blah. Eventually, she said, what about the arts? Why am I said, because people say that the arts is not a serious job and it's not serious business. You can't make money from it like that. That people see people in the art as jokers. So she laughed and said, that's nonsense. But that's what had been put in my subconscious. Even if both my parents, once again, were in the media, or in the arts. But they didn't kind of support me so deeply for me to think, oh yes, I found my calling. I remember the woman then said to me, why not then do human resources? Because I gather that you're a people's person and you care about people. So why not do HR so that you are still with people, you still can care for people, and and I said, okay, at least maybe they will say that I have something professional. So I went and did a professional certificate in human resources, and I got a job with it in London and blah 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 blah. But I moved back to Nigeria, and the first thing I went for was a television role, and it was Big Brother at the time. They were just launching Big Brother Nigeria. And after that project, I was like, I found my calling. And I just went from that project to others, and I've spent almost 20 years now, invested 20 years of my life in the media and television. And I still am, because I still work in the media, in the media space. However, therapy found me. So I didn't go looking for it. I went for help. And when I saw how much it helped me, I just took it upon myself to say, I can help other people. Because at the depth of my heart, people reside there. I really wanted to help people, but not from the place of being a people pleaser anymore, but from a place of strength to say, I really can help people grow. Because I was able to grow. So I will be their example. And I will be the one that will pave the way for them to find their healing. So that found me. I didn't find it. So some people are in that whole place, so I'm waiting for God to tell me what my purpose is. I'm waiting for God to show me my mission in life. That's not God's job. I know. That's what you've heard all your life. It's not God's job. That's your role. To figure out what your heart yearns for and what you're so good at that comes to you so naturally, and then tell God that this is what you want to do. Because He has given us dominion over everything. So people are wasting their time waiting for Godot that never came. And so it's up to you. It becomes your will alongside God's will. And so when you co-create with God, He wants you to be happy. Right? He wants you to be doing a job that you would excel so beautifully at, that comes to you so naturally. Right? So that's something we really need to look at on a long-term basis. And only you can decide what success will mean to you. I told you what success is to me, that I can help people and put a smile on people's faces. That's what it is for me. The money that comes out of it is great, and I can do more stuff with it. But what makes me feel like I succeeded, is that smile that I would see, and I will know that yes, this person has found some kind of solace. Now, some of the things I wanted to share. You've got to develop the ability to listen to yourself and listen to your intuition and trust yourself to know exactly what you need. We're so used to asking everybody, what do you think? What do you think? I want to do this. What do you think? You ask your father, ask your mother, ask your husband, ask everybody. What do you think they will say to you? If 10 of them tell you they don't like it, how gingered would you be to do it? How? So sometimes you're surrounded by people who don't understand the vision, because God didn't give that vision to them. It wasn't on the cinema screen. It was on the tablet of your heart. So if you ask 10 people, what do you think, that don't understand what the vision is, what do you think they're going to tell you? Do you think they're going to say, yes, go, you got it? No. They're going to tell you all the reasons why it will not work. That's what they're going to do. So focus on what you choose to do and see to the end. Become so good at it that people cannot replace you. Become so good at it. When people think about that thing, let the only thing that might stop them be, we don't have the budget for her now. The next one we're doing, we have the budget for her, and she will come here and do it, or him, because they know the value that you're going to bring to their organization or to their person. Right? Trust in yourself. You have all the answers. Understand that life will have some twists and some turns. And that's what grows us. The adversities, the things that happen to us that we don't like, make us stronger. I remember when I was going through my own process, I hated it. Why did I have to suffer so much? Why did I have to work so hard? Why do I still have to walk the way I walk? But guess what? What did I come out as? Who have I come out as? I've become better. I've become more valuable. I've become such a natural. I've become more confident. I've become more competent. I'm great at what I do. I can tell you for free. Excellent at what I do. Right? But those things had to happen for me to get to where I am right now. We didn't like it. This is me that didn't even know what I wanted to do up until a certain age. I just fell in love with television, and that happened naturally for me, so I just jumped into it. So I wear both hats. Right? Life will throw you all kinds of things. Your thoughts also matter, because the predominant thoughts you have is what life will throw to you more. So be careful what you wish for. Finally, I want you to understand that failure is good. Losing is good. They told us it's bad to lose. No. The more you and I really don't use that word. I use them more as, I call it lessons. But I think people are more used to hearing, oh, failure. And so I throw it in and then explain what I mean. If you do something that doesn't work for me, it's a lesson. And it's okay. It's okay not to know. It's okay to be unconsciously incompetent. It's okay. Because at some point, I might move to conscious incompetence. At some point, I might move to conscious competence because I'm growing. Right? So it's not a place to say, oh, I failed. No, that thing, that action you took failed. It doesn't mean you failed. The action failed. And so now you know what to do less of. What are you going to then think of? Trusting yourself that you know that I'm going to do better next time. And then you try it out and you never know. That might just be the thing. But if you're so external, asking everybody what they think without asking yourself, then you might lose it along the way. Right? And the last thing is you become better as you try new things. You become better. The person, this morning I was skipping and they tied something around my arms that I'm not used to, that was unfamiliar to me, because I was going to do some boxing after. And so they tied a grip on my hand, and I didn't know how to skip with that grip on my hand. So it kept on, and the guy said to me, what's wrong? I said, this shield or thing of guard on my hand, it's unfamiliar. I didn't say, oh, this thing is rubbish. I said it's unfamiliar. So I don't know how to use it yet, but if I use it a couple of times, I'll get better at it. And then from there, I went into what words are you using? So it might seem that, okay, I was shaky, but give me 1 month and see me box or see me skip with that thing on my hand. You can only get better by doing. People say practice makes perfect. I say practice makes progress, because there's no perfection anywhere. You just keep getting better and better and better. So try new things out. Be adventurous. Trust yourself. Understand that it's okay to lose. And then decide, look at things that come to you naturally. And toe that lane. You might now say, oh, but I don't have money to fuel my passion. Let me tell you what I have had to do. I had to get a full-time job to fuel my passion. Can I be honest? I had to get a full-time job so that it could pay for the thing that I really, really wanted to do. When I found out that I wanted to do therapy and I wanted to be a therapist, and I decided I wanted to be a clinical hypnotherapist, I knew exactly where I wanted to go and study it. And it was not cheap at the time. But God gave me a job that was going to give me the opportunity to make payment. Now, the payment didn't even come from that job. It came from some other investments that I put my money in. And I paid for the entire course full. And I've been doing that since then. I've hired people to work with me just because I had the opportunity to move from here. So you don't have to start off on your own. First, have the passion. Find ways. There are things you can do to raise money, to start to fuel it small by, because the money won't start to come immediately unless maybe you're selling a product and it's a pen and you know people need the pen. But what I sell is not pen. So I knew that money wasn't going to start coming immediately because I first of all had to be consistent. I had to be very good at it. People had to know me. So that was going to take some time. And I was ready to invest that time. However, I couldn't wait. Imagine if I waited 2 years ago because I was thinking, this month I have to, I won't be where I am today. Today, people are calling me from all over the world because I was consistent. Because as I stayed, I was rooting in readiness for my rising. Because if you root deeper and you are so consistent, you will rise, sir. You will rise, ma. It's a promise. And so now people are calling me and I'm asking, where did you... See, yesterday somebody called me from Somalia. And I said to her, nobody has ever called me from Somalia before. I'm going around the world. Somalia. I've had people coming from Malaysia. Now imagine if I didn't start. That girl will never know me. And what if I'm the one that is meant to save her or him? I would have allowed somebody die just because I chose not to show up. I don't know about you guys, but that's heavy for me. So in every way that I can give my gifts to the world, I will give it with every part of me, knowing that it must reap fruit. Must. But I didn't start like this. I had to get a job. Because nobody has given me a dime to run my business. Not one person before. So my work, and I wasn't stingy to myself. Because I could have said I'll do 10 things. And then I'll be burnt out. And then one day I'll just say, you know what, I'm giving up. But I learned very Find the people that have your weaknesses as their strengths and pass on their strengths to them. And if you have to pay them, pay them. So now the business is becoming a blessing. But for 2 years, it wasn't as it's not doing what it's able to do now. But imagine if I didn't start 2 years ago. I would just be about to start building that momentum now. And sometimes you get so comfortable and complacent in your job that you don't do anything. Because your vision is not clear. So do you know where to start from? Start by asking yourself today, what do I really want? What would I love to do that will make my heart sing? Don't worry about how. The how is God's business. The what and the why is your business. So ask yourself, what do I really... If a genie was standing by my side and he said, what do you want? And he asked me for 3 things, what would I ask for? And please don't ask for happiness, money, and greatness. Because that means absolutely nothing. Be more specific. I want to be the head of HR in Oando. And I want to earn $20,000 every month with a beautiful brand new Lexus Jeep 2024, white with red interior. I want to have a chef, an Italian chef, cook my meals for me. And I have 2 cleaners. Can you hear what I'm saying? Clear. I want to run a business also on the side where I can make beads and sell it to kings and queens. Clarity, specificity. You will get everything that you ask for just because you were clear. And you will get nothing just because you were unclear. Hi there. My name is Adeola Kingsley James. I hope you really got a lot from my videos. Don't stop at just listening. Be a doer. If I asked you to do something, do it, please. But don't also stop at that. Share me with other people. Click the notification bell below and do what? Yes, subscribe. And then remind yourself every time my new videos come out so that you can watch them and you can learn from them. I really, really, really honor you. Have a wonderful day. Love and light.